Alright, Street Bob, it was a good 2.5 months, but I'm sorry, you gotta go away for a little bit. Alright everybody, what is up? What is up? As always, thanks for stopping by to another video today. We are out on the streets of Philly on the 2022 Harley Davidson Street Bob on a little night ride through Philly. And luckily we are just keeping it around town tonight. We won't be going too fast. That's a good thing because it is freezing right now and I'm not trying to get too cold. I'm not trying to go too fast, create too much wind. Because oh my god, it is just about too cold to even be on this thing right now. But there is a pretty important reason why we are even on the bike in the first place, in pretty much in the middle of winter in these freezing cold temperatures. And that's right, it's because, like I said, the Harley Street Bob is going away. The bike, I'm getting rid of it for a little while, and I'm struggling with that decision. I don't know if I'm making the right move or not, because the bike, we are taking it down into storage right now. So the bike's gonna be going away for winter, I guess. And so I'll give you guys a little insight into why I'm kind of making the decision to put the bike up for winter. I know a lot of people try to ride all the way through winter, but I mean, here in southeastern PA, it's pretty hit or miss. You might get a mild winter, you might get some bad parts of winter with some nor'easters coming through. But for the most part, I mean, riding pretty much really does almost stop to slow down in the state of Pennsylvania. And I really went back and forth in my mind. I'm like, do I keep it out? Do I put it away? As you guys know, obviously, we are in the city of Philadelphia and space is very limited. I do not have a garage, obviously. I do keep my bikes outside, chained up and covered up at all times. And so in past years, I had been lucky enough to have some friends help me out with some garage opportunities for the Sportster. Last year, I ended up not even putting the Sportster away at all. I left it outside all the way through winter. And that actually turned out to be pretty okay. I think it might have snowed like 1 or 2 times. It was a really mild winter. I even popped out on it a few times, leaving it out. So now, obviously, we've got 2 bikes to account for, the Sportster and the 2022 Street Bob. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm like, do I want to leave 2 bikes outside through winter? I mean, that's kind of like 2 opportunities for 2 bikes to have, you know, something happen, whether it's like rain and snow. Honestly, like I said, I do keep them covered up, which does help. I've had pretty good luck and success with keeping the bikes covered up. Got some pretty good covers out there with these things to kind of protect them from the elements. So I'm like, you know, do I leave both of them out? You know, I might get some nice days. I could possibly hop on them, maybe get some action in on both of them. I'm like, or do I put both of them away? Do I put one of them away? I'm like, I don't know what to do. So then eventually I came up with the idea to say, all right, you know, the Street Bob, it's the newer, more expensive, nicer bike. Let me go ahead and put that one away for winter. And then what I'll do is actually leave the Sportster out. You know, it's a little older. It's already taken a little bit of abuse. It's already sat out a winter underneath, undercover. We'll go ahead and leave the Sportster out in case we do get somewhat of a mild winter. That's one of the beauty of having 2 bikes. If we get lucky enough to have some nice days through January, December, February, you know, whatever, March, whatever it might be, I'll still have the Sportster out in my possession. I could go out, hop out for a quick ride, and then we will have the Street Bob in storage, staying nice and warm in a garage on a trickle charger with the fuel treated, to have it all primed up and ready to go for next riding season around March or April, whenever that comes around. So the next piece of that, putting the Street Bob up for winter into storage, is actually being able to find winter storage for a motorcycle in the city of Philly. So like I said before, I was lucky enough to have some friends that let me do some storage with the Sportster over winter through their garages. But those didn't necessarily work out. So then you're left to say, all right, well, then what am I going to do? There are some kind of mechanic garages that do have some storage. There's some Harley dealers that do some winter storage around here. But it can be hard to find, like, good, safe, warm storage for your bike if you don't have a garage or any friends with garages over the winter period when you can't ride it. So actually, lucky enough for me, our good friends of the show at the HCG Moto Garage actually have their winter storage space available for Philly riders this year, which is pretty cool. So that's where we are actually headed to right now. We're going to take the bike down to their garage. They've got plenty of space down there. We're going to get this thing inside, get it tidied up for winter and ready to go. I'm going to throw the trickle charger on it. I've got it all wiped down and cleaned up. We got the fuel treated and everything like that for when it sits for a while. So very, very lucky to have that opportunity to get in there, get the Street Bob in there over winter. Like I said, it's the newer, you know, nicer bike, more expensive bike. I want to keep it in good tip-top shape. I didn't really want to leave this bike sitting out over winter at all. Too much opportunity for like rain and wind and snow, debris, all that different stuff getting up underneath the cover. I really just wanted to be confident and have a good home for it over winter, so I'm excited to get it stored up into the HCG Moto garage tonight. But also, I'm just a little sad to see it go. I had the bike for 2.5 months. I picked it up right at the beginning of October, so we've had this thing for about 2.5 months. I did get to put down about 1,000 miles on the bike, which I feel pretty good about that. Within about a 2.5 month time period, I was able to get 1,000 miles in there, get very comfortable, familiar with the bike, and get all my modifications done to it that I wanted to so far. And then we got a lot more planned for it next year. Obviously, a lot more riding planned with it too. A lot more trips, a lot of cool stuff planned for the Street Bob, but we're gonna let it sit over winter. But let me know what you guys think about putting the Street Bob away for winter and keeping the Sportster out. Am I making the right move? Is that something you guys would do? Do you put your bikes away for winter if you're in a place where you can't ride all year round? Let me know down in the comments. Am I making the right decision putting this thing away for winter? Like I said, let me know what you guys do with your bikes when there's periods of time that you're not able to ride, long periods of time you can't get out. Obviously, if you have a garage, you can just do like a light winterization. You can still get out on it in some of those nice days. I know some of my people out there riding all year round, which those people are pretty lucky. Like I said, I'm sad to have to put this thing away for a little while, but also lucky enough to have a space to do so. I could always come down, check on it, do some installs if I wanted to. They've got good access, which obviously if you guys are in the Philly area and you're looking for somewhere to potentially store your bike, need some winter storage, I'm going to drop their info down in the description. Make sure you hit up HCG Moto Garage if anybody's in the Philly area looking for those winter storage options. They're going to have you covered. They're going to have you good to go. They got electrical outlets. It's warm. It's safe, protected inside. But we are almost there, so we are going to check back in just a little bit once we get this thing all inside and stored up. The last time we'll get a look at it for a couple months. Alrighty, so there we have it. The Street Bob is parked up in storage now. Gonna have it here for probably a few months, I guess. Like I said, kind of sad. Got to put it away for winter, but I feel like it's probably the right move. I don't want to have it sitting out over winter in the sleet, rain, and snow. Maybe if we get a good day later on throughout the winter, hop down here and pick it up. But like I said, we've got this Sportster out. We could take that out on some short trips if we get some nice days in winter. Last couple looks here, we got the trickle charger hooked up. It's nice and warm and cozy in here. It's gonna stay nice and warm over winter. Quick look at some of the other bikes we got here. Triumph, Tiger. We got my Triumph Speed Twin here. I've had a couple good times on that. Ducati looks pretty nice. So there you have it. We had to put the Street Bob away for winter, but like I said, we still got the Sportster out. We'll still be making some videos. Maybe we'll hop down here from time to time, see the Street Bob until we can pull it out when we get some of that nicer weather in March and April. So like I said, I think that is going to wrap this one up for now, putting the Street Bob away for winter. Like I said, if you're in the Philly area, if you need anywhere to store your bike, I'll drop the links to HCG Moto, their Instagram, their website. Super easy to sign up online, super easy to drop your bike off, come get it whenever you want. So as always, that's going to wrap this one up for now. Make sure you ride safe out there, guys. Make it a good one. We'll see y'all on down the road. This is Moto Jawn. Peace.